Hey guys, this is Danny Go here. So yeah, this is the result show for the week. Ended up on Next Island. Probably gonna head to Monterey for a little bit soon, but a few more days for Next Island. Um, Being on Next Island, I tried to open up a little bit. We did some more aggressive hunts. Did the Drake Daily twice. So those are some pretty big hunts. Did not global on either Drake Daily, so that's 100 drakes with no globals. That's not so great. Did some boars. Did get some globals on boars. That was the one thing that was a little bit successful. Did a bunch of the Papu dailies. Did some other stuff. Did a bunch of mining. Did a bunch of crafting. Um, so yeah. Uh, I kind of like just roughly estimated about how much ped I cycled for the week. I would say it was about a 2,000 ped cycle. Uh, so going to the results, I gained 444 skills. Even though it was a much bigger cycle, it was a lot less. But I mean, this was on Cyrene. That's a lot of kind of crafting and mission XP and stuff I'm pretty low in. And I was also doing a lot of small melee where I don't have a lot of skills in, so I'm skilling very well there. Whereas the next Exile is mostly laser weapons. Um, this time I did some swords for like the boars was a lot of swords. But even still, lasers. I'm high. Or I guess those were knives actually, knives. But yeah, knives I'm pretty high in too. I was doing things like whips on a lot for taming on Cyrene, so that that was going a lot faster. My whipper being comparatively pretty low actually, and it's those is actually extremely low. Those skills, the actual whip skill, because the profession is kind of held up by quite a lot of skills which are not the main, more developed from other things. I'm pretty low on the actual whip skill. So yeah, like so when I'm doing whip that's skilling super fast. Also, I think there's animal taming and animal lore. Those are skilling fast. So the total skill gain was not as high, but even though the cycle was a lot more. The returns, the website's not really acting properly for me right now, but I did have a number in from yesterday. I'm probably a little bit down from that, but um, it's good enough. So that's um, a loss, obviously, of 150 ped loss. It's a little bit more than that, obviously, actually. So because what did I get? So I got a misplay, $100 or not $100, $110 misplay, which is 100 peds that I put into the game. So that was probably in here-ish. I put that in. Um, and and then it just kept going down, so I blew through that 100 ped pretty fast. And I also got 40 ped from a stream. So so yeah, it was basically about a 300 ped loss. But it only took 150 peds due to those kind of incomes. I don't even I don't adjust because I basically do those for the game, watch the streams for the game, support the streamer, and then the misplay. I consider that part of my EU game. I just get free gift cards from them that I put into the game. So that's just part of playing EU. I guess if you say 2,000 peds and I lost 300. I mean, obviously, I clawed a lot back, but I also sold a ton of MU. I'm actually sold down more MU than I got this week, so it's probably a lot worse, actually. Probably, I burned through 100 peds of MU, more than I got, kind of mulling through storages. So I guess that puts it at about 80% returns. Yeah, I mean that's been kind of how it's been lately. So um, it's fine. Just continuing kind of the goal of because I mean obviously that's more down than obviously I was actually kind of progressing upwards, but a little bit. Um, but I think that the bigger thing is obviously just kind of playing small, and I've even still continued to play small. I've done a lot of sweating, and getting income from that, and just kind of really focusing on more smaller mobs, and I'm going to continue to do that. Next Island obviously is one of the places that sometimes I do want to try to push bigger in. I think there's some opportunity there for me with some of those. Like you get quite a big reward for doing the drakes, plus just for the daily. Plus there's the hoarder mission, or not hoarder, yeah. Daily drake. You get stuff from. So yeah, I do quite a lot of drakes. Obviously, it's a pretty huge codex. Level 19 on that, so that's actually a pretty huge. When you get there, already had the perception basically. I guess 39 something. But then the 20 is a rare skill set. So I guess something like analysis, I guess, or biology, zoology, or makes sense. But I mean that's like super long term. But obviously, it's not. I think it kind of shows that yeah, things are kind of getting kind of. It's going to be kind of a long, you know, um, long fight thing here. This is not wanting to really turn around at all. But kind of just playing conservative and playing slow. I think it's very easy to, with I've got a few streams, plus a few videos, what few pet sites. It's pretty, easy to, if you're playing small to, outgain what you're losing. So I need to mostly just do that. Now, I mean, obviously, I'm not like, it's not like I'm in a cash or, ped crunch at all. But I mean, it gets tighter, for doing things. But I'm not like I could, like I was saying, I could do a lot more, but I just don't want to expose myself to losses. I mean, figure at this point in the game, this is usually about where players get their first 10K. So, um, at minimum, I don't want to go below 10K. But I'm gonna pretty much just draw a hard line in the sand, like I've said before, at 9,000. But there are some events that I want to do, so I don't want to like go to 9,000. Like one of the big events I'm really excited about is Cyrene. That sort of event on Cyrene. Um, those mechas, I think. I didn't do enough of that the first time. I really want to dig in there and really do that. And like, I don't want to be like starting out and be like worrying about my pet, And if I lose 600 pet, I don't want to worry about it. It'd be like, oh, I got to stay below. So I don't want to have room to, when events happen and stuff, that I don't start being like, well, I'm dropping a lot, so I worry about it. And with Twin, I mean, obviously, I'm still getting some good value from Twin. So I'm not gonna, diss that at all. But I mean, it's so late, that I'm not gonna push for Twin. But I do value it for sure. But yeah, I've still got some pet from one streamer. I just haven't connected with them because my travel hasn't been cohesive to do that. I don't even think I'm using that word right, but whatever. That's fine. We haven't been on the same planet. But yeah, I've got Ludius. I really been focusing more on Ludius. I'm up to 70. What is that? 75 ped. Yeah. So doing the little dungeon. But I mean, a lot of it's just videos. MM Watch got quite a lot from MM Watch. Doing some dungeon, and I sell stuff that I get from here. It's not huge, but it does add up if you're consistent with it. It does. So definitely, and that's like a 2 week total. So probably cash out when I get to Cali. But I mean, think about that. I mean, obviously that's probably a little higher than normal for me, but I'm probably running about 100 peds a month out of here. If I'm able to do a lot of it, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I, get very low amounts from here, but it just depends on depends on what I have time to do. Um, that's okay if it varies. It's still a good source. And that's why I promote it. I'll put a referral link in the comments. So I get a little bonus, when you do things with it, but it doesn't take away from what you get. And just I think that if people, you know, if you're watching this, maybe you have thoughts about ped and thinking about that. I don't know, or maybe you just like some ped. You got something you want to buy or some more to fill in the holes in your cycle. You can get some decent ped from here. And it's real convenient. They do withdrawals at Camp Icarus a lot, so it's super easy to get the ped. Um, so yeah, but yeah, I mean, you know, um, obviously, I'm always hoping to start getting that reversal, but I'm playing kind of a patient long game. I'm continuing to acquire more deeds because I do think this is going to just turn into a very um, long kind of struggle. I did, I did some very interesting analysis. I had never really thought I was wondering the sort of feasibility of getting to 60 animal looter, and I could never figure out how to really figure that out. And then I did figure it out how to do it. I basically decided I need to figure out the total ped to get to level 60 animal looter compared to what I've done so far. So basically, what I did, and I didn't really store the calculation or anything. I just did it for my personal benefit. And it was very rough, but I mean, it was actually very very close, or very helpful. Basically, from at 52.3%, I'm 70% of the way there to um to level 60 animal looter. So 70% of the way. So I've been playing for 4 years, so let's say um 4 years divided by zero point 0.7, 70%, that would be 5.7. So basically, it would take me a little bit more. I mean, if I was doing the same pace of gain, but I mean, but the point of doing that is I put it in an actual ped value, so it should be a fairly similar pace of gain. Now, I don't know, with my returns kind of getting all weird, how that'll affect it, but that I'm 70% of the way there. I mean, um, it's actually pretty good that I'm 70% of the way there to that unlock. I was just worried with those numbers because they start to get really low. Like, oh my gosh, am I not even halfway, but I'm like 70% of the way. So I mean, it was encouraging when I ran that numbers. I mean, not that it's a short trip to level 60 by any means, but I've done far more than half, so that's pretty encouraging. 70%. That's well more than 66.6% would be twice, what's left. So this is more like 2.5 times what's left. So already done. That's pretty good. I was happy with that. Once I figure out how to calculate it, I just put it into complete PED, the two numbers, and then I just kind of I did it through a site that didn't really. I mean, it kind of assigned like monetary values to it, which is like, it would have been a little bit cleaner without it, but it was just a easy way to do it, and I figured out how to do that, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, but yeah, definitely gonna more. This week I got a little bit away from, but I not really because I did quite a lot of sweating. And I did open up a little bit more. I did actually complete the Reza mining. And if you have the unlock, you can pick you can pick that unlock skill. So I picked what's that even called? Mineral sense. So I got like 28 mineral sense. Did a bunch of the lesser illicit crafting. So I was oh, I got a bunch of tailoring skill from the reservoir. Well, so I feel like I made some progress. But the returns still aren't there. But well, that'll just happen when it happens. I would have liked, I'd like for it to happen sooner rather than later. But it's not a race. Um, it happens when it happens. So I'm getting a lot of good stuff selling. So pleased on that end. I also did a rough estimate of the amount of sort of fundraising. I mean, obviously I put, going back to the results. Obviously this is my amount of depot, but that's not including like my Twitch stream, which ended. I mean, hopefully maybe it can resume again some point, but it's not up to me. Just because they're not paying me. So until that gets resolved, it's over. I wish it wasn't. It'd really help. But this is my money that I've depoted. But I did also an estimate of my fundraising. And I think I put in like 4,000 from um I I don't remember the numbers. I don't want to even go over the numbers because I don't remember. But I had came up with a number. It was basically 1,500 peds total fundraising. Obviously 600 of it was from the stream, but that means 900 were from other sources, like ped websites, streams. Oh, one was kind of like an in-game business I did for a while. It was like trading, and that was actually quite a lot. Like 4,000 peds. Yeah, 4,000 peds. So I guess it was something like 4,000 peds from that in-game trading business, 6,000 peds from um, my stream, and then 5,000 from like streamers and ped sites. So it came to like 15,000. So I also kind of estimated like what I mean, well, I mean, but it's hard to know, how my costs compare. But it was also encouraging, like, well, and I kind of compared to things I am getting, and hope to get. And it was actually encouraging that, I can plug the gaps remaining to get to level 60, which hopefully I'm hoping, and we'll see, I guess this is going to be a few-year journey, probably. This video series, few-year journey. But we'll see what happens when I get to level 60, if it kind of all, starts to get good, or maybe it's just kind of doesn't. Well, I mean, I'm hopeful, but I guess that's the thing is that, I'm enjoying. I don't say I'm enjoying them. Well, I guess I enjoy the mystery. I enjoy thinking about it. It gives me something to do. I would like it to go a little bit better for the game, than it has. But I'm at least curious enough how it will go that keeps me going. So yeah, and that's the thing too is you got the huge 60 unlock. Mining would be a lot easier for me to push through in some ways. Um, I just don't have the passion for it, and it's also just a wild amount of organization. Plus, it would be really helpful to have quite a lot more pet on hand for mining. Mining is much more pet intensive than hunting. So, um, like the amount, like literally just on the pet amounts. Now, I don't know how easy it is to get those skills, but on the actual pet amount of the skills, mining is to get to the final mining unlock. I mean, the drilling unlocks are much harder. Um, but I feel like the actual mining unlocks will probably have a big impact. The actual level 50 mining unlock is about 1/10 for me of the effort of getting to um, hunting. So it's just way less. But and a lot of that comes from some of the hunting skills, though. I mean, because it'd be hard if I didn't have like perception really high and serendipity. So I've got some skills from hunting that really help out a lot. It would be a lot harder for a pure miner just to get there, but once you've got those, you know, it's pretty easy to get some pretty huge skills in those numbers from hunting, and then that really kind of um, lowers the average you need in mining or in yeah, I mean in prospecting. Um, but I guess if things got like super difficult, I might try transitioning purely to mining. Um, to see if I could, getting that unlock, if I could really get something going. But at this point, I'm figuring that, um, and I know there are various viewpoints and things. I do still kind of believe that, the game does somehow adjust you to kind of a baseline eventually. So I am eventually thinking that I will get some sort of baseline adjustment and, it'll move me up quite a lot. And then we'll see where we are. And I'm not going to worry about it too much. I mean, just for now, work on that, um, staying kind of tight and keep going. We'll see how it goes. I did think that, maybe my average kind of attempt size is kind of big, so I did a little bit of EP crafting. I'm tending to do. Um, I did an overnight run of around 9,000 clicks. It actually came out a little bit ahead on TT on that. It was very minor. But I'm actually intending to sort of continue on that trajectory and do quite a lot more of just little EP1 attempts. That's actually one of my big focuses of Monreal. I mean, obviously, I'm going to do the daily. I'm going to do some hunting on Monreal, but I'm going to do the daily like multiple days in a row. But I'm also going to just do a lot of just crafting, a lot of the hunting. And I'm just going to turn the lower MU stuff just into nanos and craft that into EP, and just really EP1. So, I mean, for example, 100,000 attempts of EP1. Because there's a theory of 100,000. People when they talk about the theory of 100,000, they're usually talking about hunting, but I've I'm wondering if it applies to crafting too. If it kind of conglomerates everything. We'll see. But 100,000 attempts at EP1 because it's literally just a fixed amount of 2 peds a click. That's only 2,000 peds, which, I mean, maybe to some people that's a lot, but, I've got quite a big ped cycle. 2,000 peds is really not that much to me. And EP has decent MU. You get recycles, that's like an MU jackpot. That can really push you above 105% easily if you get a good string of that. It's not guaranteed, it's very risky, but I feel like, if I craft 2,000 peds of EP, for example, I'm gonna probably get some recycles. So, mm, am I gonna beat 105%? I don't know, but there's a chance of it. And if I fail, if I don't think it's gonna be like not gonna be like 101%. It's gonna be like 103, 104. So I think it's competitive. Um, Now obviously I did 9,000 ish. I was actually intending to do some overnight, but I just like fell asleep and didn't even get the craft started. I was sweating here and I just fell asleep, and then um I've been getting over like some cold stuff. Well, I think it's just been a lot of colds going around, and I've been sick most of January. I mean, not badly. I mean, my body's like, fighting off, so I got a lot of bad symptoms, but I've been like nagging things all of January and February so far actually. So it's been like a month and a half. I've been, sort of a little tiny bit sick. I don't really have a lot of symptoms, but I feel it. Well, I don't really show any symptoms, to be honest, but I really feel it though. Um, but anyhow, so I basically fell asleep sweating, so I didn't actually craft overnight, and then I was like asleep for like probably like 12 hours. Maybe not, maybe it was 11, but it was a long time. But I guess I needed it, so. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna, try to punch more little EP and see how that affects it. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I get a little frustrated, but I have a lot of fun here too, so it'll get better. Just I don't know. Is there anything else to? I mean, I kind of rambled for a while, kind of mostly about the same things, but um, let me see if there are any dailies to do. I might try a little bit of hunting. There are dailies. If not, probably not. I'm a little tight on ped, but I did get I put up 600 peds of nanos, and I put a really low opening bid, and I did get an opening bid. I was almost like thinking like, should I pull those off the auction? Because, but now that I got an opening bid, it goes for what it goes. The good thing though is that for the time frame is that I should get that ped a little bit after I get to Monreal. So that really helps my Monreal adventure. I am hoping that my next Island EP doesn't go for such an insanely low, or next Island Nanos don't go for such an insanely low MU, but there are 2 days left. It is what it is. I put it there, and I started to think based on some of the EP, or some of the prices I saw in trade chat, that people are really not paying for it right now. That maybe my opening was kind of low, but on the other hand, I guess, but I guess it's okay. It's okay, whatever happens. I mean, everything's a risk sometimes, and I guess if I had not put such a low opening, it didn't sell. Then I'm off planet, then I've got to wait forever to get that ped, so pros and cons, and hopefully I do get one or two more bids and make it a little bit more nice for me, but it's okay either way. But the nice thing though is that my Montreal trip is already basically easily funded. Even though I've only got 15 peds on my card. Makes me. I just realized I probably have quite a lot. Probably have a bunch of peds in a storage container actually. Well, funny story because I used for my stream because I basically I'd give back ped to my viewers. And yeah, also don't think like my little pet card. I don't intend to pay people if they don't find me, but I don't have a lot of people left. And I don't know where to find them, and I'm not gonna hunt them down. If I owe you ped, you can find me. I'm not hiding from you. I'm on all the planets at some point, so just reach out to me, or friend me. Say hey, this is where I am. Um, if I owe you some pets, friend me. Send me a message, and I'll try to. I'm not gonna like rush to where you are, but I'll try to um, make sure if I know that you're still looking for peds. And it's on my chart. If you have a question, you're not sure. There's the Pound Danny going game. That's my stream channel from Twitch. Reach out to me there. Reach out to me in Discord if you're not sure. I can send you that Excel so we can see if you're owed something. But I have plenty of storages. I can always just TT something. If but I mean, there are probably only a few players I have decent amounts owed to. Most players just really low amounts that I've owed to. And then most of the players, I'm not even sure you play anymore, Um, I hope you're doing okay. I mean, if you're not playing, really do. Just having a lot going on in the world, sickness, stuff, everything. So I hope none of them are. Maybe you're just taking a little break from me, and I hope that's the case, and come back and collect your pets when you're back. So yeah, I'm keeping a lot of stuff in storage. I just kind of like simplified what I'm taking with me because I'm playing kind of small. Although, I take some of this with me. I don't even know. I don't feel like it. I'm not gonna worry about it. But yeah, I realized because I used to have quite a lot. So at the high point of my stream, I would basically carry. Let's take this with me. I'm a little afraid. Knows that'll run out. Okay, I should probably use that. Where did my other container go? That's so I'm missing a vase that has some ammo. Oh no, here it is. I think it still has ammo in it. Oh great. That's like Christmas. I probably have like 400 pets outstanding, but I just don't even know, like, cause no one's contacted me forever. And I don't know a lot of the people in game name, especially cause some of them I would like guess. It's like I think you're probably this person, but I don't want to guess and just randomly start trying to message people like, do I owe you ped? I'll probably just say yes, even if I'm wrong. Like for example, there's one person who I owe two ped to. Um, and it's like, and I'm like, you know, I'm like 90% sure. I don't know. Should I message them? I don't know. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like I should have to hunt you down, especially when I advertise in every single event if I owe you ped talk to me. They're probably at those events. They probably don't even know that. They probably forgot that I owe them 2 ped. I don't know. I don't even know. But is it the same person? I have no idea. I mean, maybe. I mean, the name is a little bit the same. At the start of my stream for Twitch, I was like, all like, I'm gonna ask for people's name, in-game name, every time, so that I know exactly who to pay. But people were kind of didn't really like that. They wanted to let me know who they were when they wanted to let me know, so I just let people do that. But now that, you know, pros and cons, as if I don't 100% know who you are, it's recorded your Twitch name, but if I don't know your in-game name, I can't find you. Not, but it's on you now. Then if you're not letting me know who you are to um to reach out to me, but whatever it is. Did I collect some dailies? Oh, okay, we got yellow papoose. Yeah, I had a friend, Renwalda, it's in-game name, Renwalda, got like 130 ped yellow papu recently. Congrats. It's a tiny little mob, so it's like basically like a Hoff for a papu. But yeah, I've also got papus like that. I think I've had 2 papus in the 100 ped range. Which, I mean, not like, but I mean, it happens if you hunt papus long enough. Yeah, you get a 100 ped papu. My papu is repeatable times 2. So I've done. Not only have I got to papu repeatable, I've done the papu repeatable. So yeah, I've done quite a lot of papu. How many repeatable? A lot of repeatables. I mean, I've got a few Kali repeatables. But yeah, let's look at the ranks. Boars times repeatable 2. I'm actually pretty close to completing repeatable 2. Creatures, I'm on repeatable 3. Cyclops is no, Papoose is repeatable 2. Cyclops is also repeatable 2. So we've got quite a lot. And then you think of the Drake dailies, the Drake, that's pretty insane because you think of these numbers. What is that? That's compared to the repeatables. I don't know. I mean, because they're probably a little bit. No, but the numbers are baseline. So that basically that means that those are more than double the repeatables. Those are. Oops, that's not a counter. Only certain ones count for this. What was that? So if this is that's 15. So that probably means that the Drake's level 19 is probably like a 12,000 ped cycle because it's more than twice. Nope. I need to. This is maybe not one to good to do on stream because I actually need to try. I mean, to be cost efficient, I actually need to pick out certain ones. This one's a real pain, but I mean, on the other hand, if you're doing it right, the reward you get is going to be like 20 to 25% of the cost. So it's like the reward they tack on at the end, it's like covers 25% or 20 to 25%. That's why this is so, and they have some MU in there if you get in a good wave. Hematite is a pretty good thing. Most of this is pretty garbagey, but if you get in a hematite wave, yeah, these can be like 104% MU just on themselves. So this is a pretty, I think this is one of the best dailies in the game. It is, it's a pain. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit of a pain. I mean, I enjoy it though. I do enjoy it, but I'm not gonna lie that that this is my favorite thing in the world. It's definitely most not. I do find it a pain having to focus and read the names. Obviously, the most efficient would just be to do these guardians. The guardians are 2 points. Um, providers, olds, those are 1 point. If you want to be super cost efficient, you would just do only guardians. I do providers and olds. It's not quite as efficient, but it's not. But you definitely don't want to shoot the matures, because those matures and youngs don't give you any points at all. So you have to get to 250 points. But this is just like, I would just say, if you're a new player, isn't I mean, other than the fact that these things are like, they will like eat you. They're pretty actually damaging for a new player. This is a very, very good daily. Especially you do the SSI. Because this doesn't cost that much. You do some sweating. You do the SSI every day here, on next island, and then you have just hopefully you have a little bit of stack that you can do something like this. And then this is a huge reward. Like, this is a great way to start out if it doesn't like bore you out of your mind. Which I do feel sometimes on Next Island. If I'm here for too long, I start to go crazy. A little bit, but I enjoy it mostly. But yeah, so I mean, this is a really nice. I really, this is a really great daily in some ways. In some ways, it's also a little bit painful, but it's okay. It's more better than not playing, because it really is super. Like, most times I'll actually come out ahead on TT on this, including the pill. So it's very, very rare that I don't actually come out ahead on TT here. I mean, this is probably the only daily I could say that. I mean, so it is painful, but yeah, most times I'm gonna win on TT here. And so what I just do, because I got ones that are hitting me, and they're 0 pointers, I go put them into the gun, the turret. Because it's like a spaceship thing. I don't know. I guess that's a little more painful too for people who are, don't have so much hit point, not as much defense. They take more hits. They spend a lot of time standing under the turret unless they want to heal. But that's okay. I mean, but this is really good training. So if you don't have a lot of peds and you like here and you like sweating, I mean, because SSI is a big thing here. I mean, if you don't like sweating, it's fine. But I'm just saying, if you're a real cost conscious player, and you want to, there's also a really great piglet mission. You get these tech chips, 1600 tech chips for killing these little piglets. I'll just show you guys these things because this is really good. Like, I'm been selling 10k tech chips for 8 peds, so 1600 tech chips. I'm just gonna guesstimate the value of that. Let's just say it's 1.2 peds. So you get 1.2 peds for these little 10-point piglets. You get 1600 tech chips, and then I don't think I have it. It's called Sebastian's. Well, this is good. I'm gonna show you guys this. I mean, this is like sort of it's something a lot of new players do, but I mean, there's no reason, us vets who are struggling for some peds, because the game's been giving us the downturn. You know, I'm willing to play a small game. I think that's healthy. Um, Healthy to get back to just kind of the fundamental basics. I didn't get. I mean, this is kind of like, I think of like this, like Next Island doing like the yellow papoose, doing Sebastian's. I think that of that is sort of my roots in the game, so to speak. I mean, there are two places that really kind of built me as a player. It wasn't Cali. I mean, Cali did a lot for me later. But like I was on Cali as a new player, and I was just like losing, 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 and it was just like I was just like I'm gonna quit this game. And but then I'm like, I heard there are all these other planets. I'm like, I at least got to see the other planets. And I mean, because I there was a lot I enjoyed to the game, but I just didn't enjoy losing every day. So I got to Rocktopia, and collecting little oils and running around hunt the thing, and I found tree cutting there. Or no, I don't. That was not originally when I did tree cutting. I don't know when I. That's not correct. But I found the sweating and and the little oils. And then I think I did find the tree cutting pretty quickly. And that was pretty amazing. Um, um, so I did quite a lot of sweating on Rocktopia, and the scavenger wolves. Scavenger wolves are just really high MU. They drop parts for grindhouse guns. So I did a lot of that, and then I came to next on. I did the SSIs, um, and I did these little Okay, so that's the NPC. He's telling me where they are, which means I probably already have the quest. Hmm. Daily. Oh, Sebastian's mission. I don't remember I thought it used to just be called Sebastian. Maybe they changed it to. I guess it's easier if they make them listed as dailies. But anyway, so these are little 10-point piglets, or 10 hit point piglets, and the reward at the end is like essentially 1.25, or 1.2 ped ish. I mean the tech chasers don't have no TT value, but again, I've been selling 10k pretty easily for 8 ped. Um, so we're only going to get 1,600 here, but so 1,000 is a little bit less than maybe even 1.2 is kind of a low estimate. Let's just do the math on that. So if it's basically zero point 0.8 per K times 1.6, okay, it's 1.28, so it's closer to 1.3. My guess was actually pretty good. But yeah, you just shoot these little ones, and this is an SI Scorpion with a with a it's like 3 shots, 1 shot. I mean, this is probably even. I don't know, but you know, so I'm probably spending, like 3 peck on these, maybe. No, probably more like 4 peck. So at 4 peck average, we're gonna get some misses and a tiny bit of overkill. Um, yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, that's something you can do. I should definitely do this actually. Oh no, don't screw the screecher puny. Oh well, whatever. But yeah, actually, you like this is kind of how I started out the game. I mean, one of the places, I would say basically, two places really kind of built me as a player. And that's Rocktopia. I just did a lot of sweating and hunting the scavenger wolves and collecting the oil. Um, and Next Island, I just did this over and over and over again. I'd be like, okay, my philosophy was first thing I do is Sebastian. Second thing I do, I don't even know if that was exactly the order, but it was like, okay, so I just go in the order and I just progress up the chain of these dailies. And I just started doing that a bit. I do Sebastian's, and then I do yellow Tapu, for the 2 ped pill. And then if I do that, then I'm going to do the gray papu for 2.2 peta oil. And then if I do that, I'm going to move to the red papu for 2.5 pet. And then if I do that, then I'll do the village board alley for 75. That's about costs about 75 pet for that, but you get 4.8 pet oil, I think. 4 point something high. 4.8. Let's just go with that. If not, if I'm wrong, don't get angry. Do your own research. What exactly it is? It's 4 point something high. Now I do that, and then I'd be like, okay, if I do that, what's next? Do I want to do drakes? Then it starts to get really big. But that was my philosophy. It's like I just go in order, and I just do these over and over and over again until I win. And maybe I should be more like that. Probably should. I just need to get more back to the basics. It's like, not that everything I was doing is bad, but just get like really fundamental. Yeah, because it's like, this is really good. People are like, oh, this noob streaming, or not streaming it, this noob video. Yeah, it looks like a noob video, but I mean, hey, if it's good, it's good. I mean, we don't need to. I mean, I'm not gonna be like all proud. Like, I mean, my returns haven't been so great lately. I'm sitting at 80% returns for the week, and most of the prior weeks have been the same. So I can use whatever help I can get. But yeah, I guess you can do lots of things. Like I want to train some Mind Force too. Maybe I could pull out a Mind Force chip and train some of that. I get a little chip. This will be fun. Frozen piggy. I should probably even use this like Imperium gun. This is like a free gun they gave me. This thing is like uber small. I should probably just use this up though, to be honest, because it's just too small for really anything other than tiny mobs. And it's free. I can't actually TT it. It has no value. No, that's the actual. This is the actual TT. No, this is the training. Yeah, no, this is the training one. I think if I put it into TT, it won't let me. Or because it's like a free thing, it has no value because they gave it's like a free gift. But it's like it's like it's a free one pet gun. So yeah, I should definitely use this on this little thing. It's a free one pet. I don't think I can amp it. Yeah, I need only a B101, but it's a free gun, so I can't get anything for it, so I should go ahead and just use it. Kind of have the urge to do the Mind Force, but when am I ever going to use this little gun? It's just too small for anything other than this little mobs. And it's probably even more eco because I'm probably not getting a lot of overkill. It's only 50 peck a shot, or not even 50 peck, 50 ammo a shot. What is that? 50 ammo is 50 ammo is... $50 ammo is half a peck of ammo. Or a half of one peck. Wow, that's half of a peck. So two shots is a peck. So you just can't get anything smaller than this gun. But it's free. It's a free one ped weapon. That's amazing. I mean, maybe not it's amazing, but it's a gift, so I'll use it. Well, maybe I'll call that here. This actually went sort of long. I'm sorry if it kind of got a little repetitive, but I really enjoy all the support, and a lot of people have messaged me that they've been enjoying it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you made it here, and I always think, people, if I get too repetitive, you could probably just skip ahead or something. Appreciate you guys, I really do. So, hopefully things somehow get resolved with Twitch, that I'll be back there. That would just be amazing. But in the meantime, I'm really appreciating the love from YouTube. And even if I get back to Twitch, I'm going to continue to do this because I really value it. So definitely won't give up on this. And I'm going to put those, those promotional opportunities where you can make PED and also help me get a little bit of PED and support what I'm doing in the comment. So appreciate you guys. Have a good one.